Amar and I started this events called OneDanceTribe 7 or 8 years ago in Hawaii. These events were exactly about how do we come together. You know, like our motto has always been transform yourself, transform the world, and that's why we titled this my sharing today in this way, because it's really become my biggest drive in life. Is just how can we connect our personal transformation to global transformation? How can we make a difference in the world? How can we uh, connect to one another? So we found that like we started these events to honor diversity, to honor collaboration, to honor to create a non-competitive environment for all teachers and students to come and co-create that field. So one of the things that has happened inside of these events that we discovered is that when we come together with intentionality, we there is an energy field that builds that is way bigger than the energy field that we can create by ourselves, you know. So when I was saying the little meditation, like I try to go beyond your body, you know, like when we do that, you know, when we train ourselves to expand beyond the mind and beyond the boundaries of our skin, and so we find that the next thing we naturally do is connect, you know, is connect, especially when we open our hearts, we connect to one another. And guess what happens when we connect? Miracles happen, you know, because we realize that we are the source of that love. We don't need love from the outside. Love is not something that we give or we receive. Love is something that we are. So that's the alignment that is that's what comes and helps us not only connect to one another, but also connect to our own gift and talents. We all have gift and talents, you know, all of us. You know, we all have something, no matter what we do, whether we are a nurse in a hospital or a bus driver or, you know, a politician, we all have our own gift, you know. So my whole, like, let's say, heart is crying to bring us together in that field, you know, and say, okay, let's open that field for us, that field of possibilities, you know, so that we can actually contribute to the global transformation. And what is global transformation? Well, you know, it's going from a world of, you know, we see what's happening out there, and it's not pretty, you know. For me, a global transformation includes collaboration, respect for diversity, respect for nature, for our own Mother Earth, you know, and just to be able to live peacefully together. Because when we do that, prosperity naturally arises, and there is a natural joy, a natural well-being. We become happier, healthier, and more abundant, you know, when we realize that power is inside of us, you know, that inspiration, that it's deeply rooted in all the cells of our body. That's the energy. That's what life comes through us, through these bodies. And that's why I learned to love conscious dance, because the dance connects me to the physical body and it allows me to actually feel and experience that connection. And when we gather, and like we're gathering, you know, we're gathering virtually here, you know, so it's not quite the same as when we gather physically, because there is actually a physicality, a chemistry that happens, and an alchemy that happens in a physical gathering that I don't know if we will be able to reproduce in this virtual gathering. But just the fact that, you know, so many thousands of us from around the world, from 80 plus countries are gathering and, you know, inquiring about what is this conscious dance, what can I find for myself and for the well-being of my children and grandchildren. You know, how can we all like learn to align ourselves to the greater good, you know? So I hope that this will bring like a seed of inspiration for many of us. There is really just one fabric of life out there. When we tune in, the connection is there. It's available to us. Yeah. And then when we feel that connection, you know, somehow the fear melts, disappears. You know, all of a sudden we're part of something bigger than us. You know, and that's the most beautiful gift that we can receive in this lifetime. You know, to feel that connection. Thank you.